George, it's great to see you again. It must feel a long time since Accrington Stanley, does it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's been a tough 2-3 weeks, obviously, with what happened around with the club being shut down. But yeah, it's definitely good to be back now.
Really testing time, wasn't it? I mean, it's no fun for any individual having COVID, but it obviously shows how bad it was that the training ground had to shut down for a week. People have come back this week. Are we optimistic that we're through the worst of it? I know it's going to be difficult for lads to hit the ground running, but hopefully we're through the worst.
Yeah, hopefully we're through the worst now. I think everyone's come back this week. Kind of a spring in a step because they've missed being on the pitch every day. So it's been a good week of training. Really, it's been quite competitive, good pace to it, and I think everyone's just looking forward to getting back out there now.
Absolutely, as I say, it might be tough for everybody to be right at the top of their game straight away, but I imagine you're all itching to play again because it's been an awful long time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the last game was Accrington, and obviously we lost that game, so we're still looking to get back to winning ways. And obviously to go to Rotherham, top of the league on New Year's Day would be, if we got the 3 points, it'll be a great result for us.
On the plus side, we had a lot of players out injured before. Hopefully more of them are going to come back. January's on the way, maybe one or two new bodies coming in. A lot to play for in the second half of the season with a lot of games. If you could get on a roll, it may work out. Yeah,
I mean, if we could get some momentum and with the backlog of games we've got now, we'll be playing Saturday, Tuesday pretty much most weeks. So I think if we get back to winning ways and then get the consistency and momentum, then we could push on this season.
Not the easiest restart on paper, Rotherham going well. I know they lost at Accrington, but it's a great game to get stuck into on New Year's Day.
Obviously, it's probably the biggest game so far this season with them being top of the league and the situation that we're in at the moment. So 3 points there would be massive for us and be one of the biggest results so far this season.
I know you'll feel for the supporters as well, being a bit starved of football over Christmas, so you look forward to seeing them back at Rotherham on Saturday.
Yeah, I think they'll be looking forward to it just as much as we are, and hopefully we can put in a good performance, good display and get the right result for them.
As a player, what was it like not to play over Christmas? You've been brought up on that. I know you're still a young man, but every Christmas has been about football for you. How strange was that?
Not too strange for me as the other lads, because obviously in Holland we have the Christmas break, so it's quite normal for me for the past 2 seasons. But yeah, it's obviously good to spend time with family, and I think a few lads enjoyed that this season, something that they've not really had before.
You're quite right to put me up on that. The continental Christmas break, I do apologise when you're playing out there, of course, but as you say, a staple diet in England. We have missed it. Rotherham, then Hartlepool in the Papa John's Trophy. Again, that's an important one going into the new year, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously this momentum, if we can get that going, obviously it's a cup competition and we want to progress as far as we can in that and hopefully win it at the end. So it's a massive game, 2 massive games for us in a short space of time, but I think the lads are just really looking forward to getting back now.
And what about yourself? You played in midfield a little bit just when we had the peak of the injury crisis with no MJ. Nice to show you've got sort of more than one string to your bow.
Yeah, I think it's good to be able to play in more than one position, and it's something that I enjoy. Obviously, my preference is centre-back, but when the gaffer asked me to do a role in midfield, then I don't mind it, get more of the ball. And obviously MJ's been playing there all season, so I've asked him for a bit of advice before playing in them positions, and he's been really helpful for me.
I suppose it helps that you go back a long way, you two. I suppose he's always going to help you out best he can, and you'll have seen one of the good players at Liverpool in that kind of position.
Yeah, well, obviously knowing him before I came here, he's been a massive help. Even before I joined here in the summer, he was sending me texts. So yeah, it's been a massive help for me really, and I really appreciate it.
Just finally, and George, going into the second half of the season, if you had a New Year's resolution as it'll be back in action on the 1st of Jan, what would it be?
Just to get back to winning ways, really.